All right, so I'm finna tell y'all how we did this week. I'm bringing the receipts, whether we hit on the play, we missed on the play, or the play is still in motion. Let's get started. And I want you to double check these dates to make sure I ain't lying. All this information is posted in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, then you need to be. All right, so I did mention VST, and I do want to show you something real quick. I have a sale order for 165 after I made this post. So first I made the post. I said, get in at 140. Put this gum out. Get in at 140 if you can, VST. And I posted that July 7th. So let's go to July 7th and see what happened. July 7th, we were not able to get our entry price of 140. All right. But like I did show you, after that, I said I want to sell at 165. So if I would have got in at 140, I would have sold at 165. It did go up to 165. In fact, it went up to 168.11 and it came all the way back down to 148. So I always say get minimum 100 shares or get minimum one contract of all these. If you would have had minimum, what I normally get minimum 100 shares, then you would have made $2,000 on that play from the short of 168 or 165 to 148. And the math is simple. If you get 100 shares, every dollar you make is $100. And if it goes up $10, that's 1,000. If it goes down 10, same thing, negative 1,000. Or if you were shorting, you would have made 1,000. In this case, it went down $20. That would have been 2,000. All right, what's the next play? All right, let's go to a more popular play. BTC. I wasn't able to get in on this because, like I posted publicly, I wanted it to go down lower. I would have dove in head first. But there was a lot of people in on this play. They were thinking about selling. But once I told them that BTC is looking bullish and to don't sell, hold, it did continue to hold. It went up from the low levels of the 5,800 level. It went up from that 5,800 level a few times, bounced one, two. The third time is a charm. And I said I would get in if it pulls back to 60,000 and my TP would be 64K, 70K. So let's say I got 200 shares, even though I know it's crypto and you can't get shares, but let's just say I got 200. I would sell 100 at 64K and I would sell the other 100 at 70K. If I wasn't holding long term, but you can hold BTC, Bitcoin, you can hold it long term. And I would be playing iBit. And I'm going to tell you why I would be playing iBit in a second, okay? Because I do like to sell covered calls if I go down on a play like I am in SpaceX. I'm going to show you how I got $1,500 in a week for SpaceX in a minute. So yeah, right now, it never, for me, I posted that on June 11th. So if you go back to July 11th, it has not hit 60,000. If I would have got in, it did go up to 65K. So I would have been good on that play as well. Now go ahead and check the dates on this play because this was near perfect timing. June 27th, I said I want Tesla at 390. 405 was a support, but 390 was the lowest support. June 27th, Tesla was at 380. I would have been sweating a little bit, but I would not have hit my stop loss. It went from 380 on June 28th all the way up to 420 on basically July 1st. So it would have took us 1, 2, 3 days, ladies and gentlemen, to hit that TP I had of 420. So that's why you got to kind of get in quick because you might just hit your TP and it might just come back down like it did. It went from 420, came all the way back down to 380. And we got earnings coming up on Wednesday, on the 22nd, whatever day that is. I believe it's a Wednesday. Tesla has earnings, so I posted make sure you get in this play or get out this play before earnings, because we don't know what's going to happen when earnings drop. All right. Next play, AVGO. I really like this company for the long term, but let's see what I said. I really want this company for the long term. So I posted a while back to get AVGO at 365. If you would have got AVGO at 365, July 2nd, we hit my TP 365, and it went from 365 to $406. It's a great play. It's a great amount of profit right there, y'all. And I said we're gonna go now. This is what I just recently posted. I just recently posted on July 12th that the short AVGO from 415 down to 370, 350. So it went up to 405 was the highest it went up intraday. Let me just double check to see. So the highest it went up was 407. We did not get filled, but we were correct about the direction. If we would have got filled, then we would have hit our TP of 370. The lowest it went was 358. And I said, if you do get that short, get out of there at 370. So we didn't get in on that play because we didn't hit our entry, but we was right about the direction. So we're just going to say that to be continued, because now I want to go long again, AVGO. Great company for the long term. People asking me about gold. I love it. It hasn't been doing well, but it's a great price right now. IAU, you could get IAU, or you could just buy the gold futures. It's GC. But if you're looking at IAU, man, anything around $75 is amazing. I love it. Netflix, I said we will get a buying opportunity under 70. We got a buying opportunity under 70. I got it for 68. That's a long-term play, or you could swing it. I got 300 shares, so I'm probably going to hold 100 long-term. DRAM, man, y'all, DRAM. I like that long-term, but it's definitely going to be tricky until we can figure out what's going on with the memory sector. But it's an ETF. It's a long-term play. If you could get that thing under 55, get it under 55. Hold on to it. I think it's gonna go back up to the 80s. I don't know when, but that's something you can hold on to for the long term. It's a good ETF right there. But as far as what we said was gonna happen, let's go to the charts. I think I posted June 12th on DRAM. Well, I actually bought. Yeah, I bought for 58. So I am red on this play. So to be continued. But when I got in, I was green. I could have sold because it went up to 65. So it's almost $1,000 I could have sold. And it came back down. Then it went back up to 63. Could have sold again. But you see, I got conviction in this play, so I'm going to hold on to it. Honorable mention, Meta. We hit that one out the park. So that was a win. SpaceX, we said we wanted to short to 135. That's what we did. But then we turned around and bought. And then we gave away a lot of those profits. It happens like that. I said I was I was bearish on Amazon, AMZN, bearish on Amazon, and I posted that July 12th. It has since went down since I posted from a high of 257 to a low of 243. Not too far gone, you know what I mean? It's not too red, but it did go down. I was bearish on Google since July 12th. And like I said, these plays are still ongoing because the month of July is still here. So we went from a top of 378 to a bottom of 341, and this happened in one day. This all happened in one day. I was bearish Roblox July 12th. It's went down since then. And Dell from July 12th until now, from the time I posted until now, Dell is also down. And I didn't put no price targets on those because I didn't do enough research. I just seen that these plays had downside potential. But if you shorted and got out really quick, you made some money. So we hit those last ones. Ding, 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 ding. SpaceX red, Amazon red, Google, Roblox, Dell. Those all hit pretty quickly, and we're still working on Tesla until after earnings. AVGO, I like the long. SpaceX. Let's talk about how SpaceX paid me $1,500. So I have SpaceX shares. And in order to do this method, you have to have at least 100 shares. So if you have 100 shares, you could utilize this option. You could sell covered calls. I sold 3 covered calls uh, in the money covered calls at 130 when it popped up to 130. That was Friday for 530 each. So that's $1,500 if it does not close above 130 by the 24th. I get the $1,500 and I get to keep the shares. If it closes above 130, then I just get to keep the $1,500, but I got to sell the shares at 130. I have no issue with that. That's fine with me. So that's how you utilize the covered call strategy. You have to have a minimum 100 shares. That's why I say get your money up and have at least 100 shares of whatever it is you're trying to buy. If not, just buy and sell options if options are cheap when you're buying. If options are not cheap, you should sell puts instead of buying puts, and then you get what's called a credit. Just like I'm selling calls instead of buying calls on SPCX. So I'm getting a credit. Whenever you sell the option, you get a credit. Whenever you buy the option, you pay a debit. And you need to sell options when the IV is high. So if implied volatility is high, you get more money when you sell. So options are a little bit different than stocks. You might want to look into that. I just wanted to give y'all an update, let you know where we was at going into the final half of July. And so yeah, win, lose, or draw. That's how we were rocking. But as long as you can win more than you lose, and when you do lose, which you will lose less than you win. This needs to be your losses. This needs to be your wins, and you'll be all right. Because if I got a risk of 1 for 2, then I only need to be right half the time, and I'll be profitable. Because every time I lose, I'm losing $1. But when I win, I'm winning $2. I'm winning. I'm winning. And if you stay consistent with that strategy, then you have won. You have won.